Peace and love. This is Josh Stokes, and I'm here sitting with Unplugged DMV.
Welcome to another episode of Unplugged DMV. I am Tania Danae, and today we have Josh Stokes in the building. How are you doing today?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right in. What do you consider your genre of music?
Funk.
Funk.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Definitely.
Because you don't rap, you sing, right?
Yeah.
And you have a very unique sound.
No doubt.
Yeah, very unique sound, and it definitely makes you stand out. Tell us about, your experiences thus far with you having such a unique sound.
Word. Well, having a unique sound makes it harder to get in the door because people are always used to a certain sound or a certain look or a certain way you talk or a certain way you act. So that makes it a little more difficult to get in, but it continues to build your character. So when you are in there, like, you're confident, you know who you are, and you can find your lane and you can build your support base at the same time.
Yeah, and I think it does. Again, everyone is used to the same old everything, and everybody on the same bandwagon. So I think it's very courageous when people are not scared to stand out and just have something different and stick by it. So we definitely appreciate that. So you're an artist, a producer, and a drummer.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So which started first? Were you in church drumming or
Definitely was that. I was in church
Look
drumming.
at me, hit it on the spot.
Absolutely. I've been playing drums since I was 2 years old. Church and everything has kind of been in my family. My uncle had a church, and my father started a church. So in those two churches, I was always being active, in the music. My father and my mother were heavily with the choir, so I would be there kind of taking in all that energy from the choir directing to the play rehearsals to remembering your cues to remembering the next part and just working on my memory and a lot of the older guys around me that would discipline me to be yo, don't be too busy, stay in the pocket. And just kind of help you build your character as a musician. And that ultimately tapped into me seeing what else I could do just as a creator and not just a musician.
Yeah, and so that's super dope. Is there anyone that you any particular one you prefer more than the other?
At this point, I'm probably going to say no, because I'm enjoying everything equally. I'm enjoying playing the drums. I've been playing the drums for a lot of people, and I love that. But I've really been lately enjoying playing my own music and just getting my voice out there.
Well, which one make your heart beat? Which one gives you butterflies before you're about to?
Those two are neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
Yeah.
The drumming and the performing.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because to me, it's almost like the same thing because you're up there on stage in front of people performing, whether you're using your voice or not. You're like a performing artist, even as a musician, because people can feel what you're doing.
Right. So I know you said your family and growing up in the church inspired you. Any artists, any?
Absolutely. George Clinton, Jay Dilla, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Nina Simone, D'Angelo. The list is kind of extensive. It's a lot of people. Prince, Michael Jackson, a lot of people that I can kind of feel that similar spirit within. It's a lot of people.
So when you're in your creative moment, in your creative space, and you're writing and, getting your music together, who do you turn on? Which artists?
Probably definitely some Dilla or some old P-Funk, something like that, some old D'Angelo to kind of get me in the mood to just want to create and knock down a lot of walls as far as what I am and am not able to do. Listening to them kind of just remind me that there are really no rules and it's just about how you feel and you can create in your own lines.
Right. That's super dope. When did you release your first song?
Ever?
Your first song ever?
Probably 2009, I want to say.
2009.
I did this old compilation tape where I'm basically doing what I'm doing now, just made all the beats and sang on them. Had my sister sing on a few of them. Shout out to Bobby Rush. And I've been kind of carrying that whole format since then, since 2008, since 2009.
Oh, wow. Okay. And have you seen the growth? Does it feel good to see the growth in your artistry?
It does. Because again, like starting in church, you start safe because it's like, I don't want to be cursing a lot.
You don't want to step on nobody.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that was basically like my main network. So I was trying to do a lot of safe music that wasn't really gospel, but it wasn't really explicit in any way. It was cool at that time, but the more you grow and really find yourself, you're like, I gotta tap all the way into me.
Right.
So if that means saying a few curse words or like saying some suggestive things, it is what it is. My music might not be for everybody.
Right. And I want to get into and again, I feel for you. I'm not feel for you. I'm with you.
Thank you.
On that. You have to, it's like walking on pins and needles when
Absolutely.
Yeah, I grew up in the church. Okay. But you got to be yourself, okay?
All the time.
No matter what. As far as your music videos, they are very creative.
Thank
like
you.
the illustration, everything is just
Thanks a lot.
strategically, like what is your process behind your vision or trying to bring your vision out when you're making your music videos?
Just to create as best as I can and just have it be as excellent as it can be. I want to make sure that my ideas are refined and cool, but not too overthought. I kind of want it to be like childlike in a bit, or to a degree, because it's like the more you start to overthink things, it can lose its feeling.
Right.
And one thing that I believe all of us, the older we get, that purity and innocence kind of starts to get taken from us. So it's like, oh man, what niggas gonna think if I do this? They're gonna think I'm this, or they're gonna think I'm that. So I try to block all that out and just tap into like my child self and just start creating and start coloring.
Yeah. Do you love performing at different like venues as far as like festivals and things like that?
Yeah. I think that's my biggest joy, like to perform in front of people, because it's like as you're giving it out, you're getting it back, and it's just like a great like reciprocating process where it's like you feeling me and I'm feeling you too, and we can just continue to build like for that whole hour or however long the set might be.
Right. When you are about to perform, do you ever get any like not stage fright, but
super anxiety?
Yeah, I was about to the tempo where you
for real, because I'm ready. You're just always ready, so you're real jumpy, like your heart's beating, you ready to just get it going for real. Like all that energy is inside of you, like waiting to come out.
Yeah, so tell us about, as I was doing my research, I see you have a God Jewel tour that's starting this summer.
Yeah.
Okay, what inspired the tour? What's happening on the tour? Let us know.
No doubt. Well, every year I drop an album, I like to go on tour to promote it. Again, like I think one of my strongest things are being able to perform in person and dealing with people in person as opposed to the phone or like Instagram. I think that I'm most impactful in front of you.
Right.
So with that being said, I love to perform at festivals and shows to just continue to get that. And I think that word of mouth is still the most impactful form of communication, as opposed to like,
I agree.
Yeah, like I'll send you this and you can be like, oh, whatever. But if I'm like, yo, this is what's happening. You need to see this. It's a different feeling, So I like to stick with like human experiences more.
Yeah. So which cities are you hitting? Like, is it like a local tour or?
We're starting in Baltimore, July 1st, and then we're going to go to New York, Philly, D.C., Boston, Atlanta, North Carolina. So we're hitting a few stops.
Okay, that's even. So are there any other artists that's
Yes. So my sister Bobby Rush will be the supporting act, and then on all the towns that we go, some of the local artists from there will get on the bill with us.
Okay, that's super dope. And you do this every year, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's from July to?
It's going to be the whole month of July.
Okay, the whole month of, so it's just for that month?
Yeah.
All those cities?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wow, okay. Y'all strong. Okay, so aside from the tour, any other projects that we can look forward to?
Yeah, sure. Well, I just dropped my album God Jewel. I'm doing another instrumental album called Broadcasting Live from WEFU and K. It's basically just all instrumentals. I might do like 2 or 3 songs, but it'll be like predominantly an instrumental record.
Okay.
Touring and just more and more shows and stuff coming up.
Yeah, well, we look forward to it. We look forward. We're going to come to one of them, right?
No doubt.
The Unplugged team. Okay, I'm speaking on behalf of them. We're going to come.
You come to the one. You come to the one in July.
We're going to come. Oh yeah, that is here. Yep. So we'll support. Okay. So let everyone know where they can follow you and where they can listen to your music.
Okay. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Josh Stokes PMA. My music is streaming on all platforms: Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, what have you, under the name Josh Stokes, and it'll all be there. I appreciate the support and the love.
And y'all are gonna enjoy his music videos. You have to sit and watch everything.
Thanks for that.
Every minute of it. Okay, so coming up next, we want to thank Josh for coming. Josh Stokes. Okay, to be correct. We want to thank him for coming and chopping it up with the Unplugged DMV team.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, next we have Josh performing your single, I Believe, right? I Believe you just dropped it?
I did.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. So it's fresh. Is this your first time performing?
No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All righty. Well, first time performing here, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
So y'all, make sure y'all stay tuned for Josh Stokes performing I Believe, and we look forward to seeing you all next time on Unplugged DMV.